Helping students get organized without their phones. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, this is Frank Buck, and this is the place to be if you want to get organized and make it look easy. School's about to crank up across the country, and while students are being welcomed, their cell phones are not. I wrote about this topic 2 years ago, and I'm returning to it today because of some laws that have sprung up around the country. In my state, Alabama, there's a state law against cell phones in schools. And in at least 9 other states, there are similar laws. I'm going to put that in the body of the blog post, along with a link to that article that I wrote 2 years ago. If I were talking to students today about how to get organized, I would love to be talking with them about how to use their phones as productivity tools, how to use Google Calendar as the single source of truth for the places they need to be, and a digital task list, such as Remember the Milk, for the single source for the things that they had to be doing. Looks like that's out of the question now. So I'm going to go old school, very old school. In fact, back to the thing that made me successful as a high school senior and was the first formal system I had to get organized. It's an index card. So here's how things work. Yes, we still have the phones for the moment the bell rings and school's out. We have them for the evening. We have them for the next morning. We have them up until school starts the next day. So part of the daily drill is this. In the evening, before the head hits the pillow, grab a blank index card. Look at your schedule on your phone for the next day and list any appointments that you have on the front of the card. What other to-dos are there that are going to happen during the school day? Put that on the front of the card, and then that's what goes in your pocket. There are the marching orders for tomorrow, the things that you wanted to ask the teacher, the places that you needed to be. Everything about tomorrow is on the front of the card. And then the back of the card becomes the place to trap anything new. Teacher gives you an assignment, homework assignment, goes on the back of the card. Friend gives you a phone number, goes on the back of the card. You think up some neat idea for a project, back of the card. Somebody announces a future calendar event. It goes on the back of the card because you don't have your calendar with you. It's in your locker or the car or at home or wherever cell phones live these days. When school's out and you're reconnected with that digital device, well, first you can go ahead and do the things like the homework assignments and check them off. But then what about things that are going to be done on future dates? Now's the time that you put those in your digital task list and future appointments that they go on your calendar. The the phone number that the friend gave you, put that in your digital address book so that you handle all of the information on the card, and then the card goes in the garbage can. And then before you go to bed tonight, we take another blank card, we fill it out for tomorrow, and now you've set yourself up for success. Now, what about the student agendas that schools have used for many, many years? In fact, when I was a principal, we bought something like this for every student beyond kindergarten, and they knew how to use them. And the parents came to love them as early as first grade. If the teacher had just a couple of things to, just a short note for a particular parent, instead of jotting it on a scrap of paper that went in the book bag to the very bottom, not to resurface until the end of the year, instead of doing that, they could just jot it in the planner. Um, and I imagine that many schools will go to something like this since students can't have their phones anymore. And as much as I love the planner back in the days of the planner, it's not something I'd recommend today. And let me tell you why. I want one tool, and the planner could be that one tool. But now I want my phone synced to my calendar. I want that to be that single source of truth. As soon as you have two calendars, you can't trust either one. So I've got my phone as my source for my appointments and my tasks. It's synced to my computer so that they're all giving me the same information. And then I have that little satellite that goes with me that has my marching orders for the day. So while you have your phone for 18 hours, during the 6 hours that you don't, those 6 hours that you're in school, you've got this little thing that's going to give you total control over your time and the peace of mind that nothing is falling through the cracks. Thanks for stopping by today. This has been Frank Buck helping you get organized and make it look easy.